Good afternoon, dear all participants. Our lecture today will be start in 3 minutes. And please waiting. Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Senhang.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello, I can hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, thank you so much. It's good. Jiahoi, today I need to have a take a photo of the group together.
After the lecture.
After lecture?
Yeah, we will take a group photo at the end of the lecture.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Today I need to introduction some for my center or not?
If you want to, we can. Do you want to introduce your center before the lecture start?
Yes.
Okay.
Because yesterday Mr. Sarun he want to need make a photography to group because he need to make a report for the DPR in the website.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, so if you want to, we can take the group photo before the lecture. We can take one group photo if you want to.
Yeah. Please one.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Bati.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. I call Mr. Bati. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So Mr. Senhak, if you're ready, we can start the lecture now.
Yes.
Okay. So dear all participants from ASEAN country, and today's serial lecture, Chinese Frontier Construction Technology 2022 GXPC serial lecture is starting now, and today is session 3, Landscape Design Workshop, Modern and Green Future. We invite the lecturer, Mr. Zhu Qiumin from Guangxi Polytechnic of Construction. And before the lecture start, we would like to invite the Mr. Sen Hung from Simultat to give us some remark. And Ms. Sen Hung? Okay.
Yes, hello all of you that have present here today. Welcome to the landscape design workshop from Go Study. Please let me introduction my background before we start training today. My name is Seng Hat Chun. I am the Deputy Chief of Technical Education and Training. I'm really happy that for my partner create this training course for teacher and student from each country in ASEAN member. This course will help participants better understand landscape design with a new technique from China or from each country also. I represent my center, Simotit, the finally. I miss you a successful the seminar and thank you so much from my partner Go Study too that help create this training for the each country in the ASEAN member. Last time I say goodbye. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Please, Chiang Hoi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Senhak. And all the participants, could you please turn on your camera before we can take a group photo before our lecture start? Yeah, we take an opening group photo together at first. And could you please turn on your camera?
Yes. Miss Chiang Hoi, please stop sharing. We can see the ground together.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 结束不了共享。
Stop share. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and today's lecture is Miss Zhu Qiumin. Yeah.
Please, all guys from each country, please open the camera. We'll take
Yeah.
photo together, please.
Hello, Miss Mao. Could you please turn on your camera? And other participant, could you please turn on your camera so I can see you? Hello, everyone. Yeah, if you turn on the camera, we can have a beautiful group photo with all of you. Thank you. Okay, great. Thank you for turning on the camera. Okay, so I will count 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, smile. One more. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Thank you. So let's come into the lecture. I'd like to introduce today's lecturer to you and Ms. Zhu Qiumin. She is Master of Landscape Architecture, and she is teaching landscape drawing and map recognition, urban landscape green space planning, and landscape design basis, and landscape CAD and Photoshop. So let's welcome Ms. Zhu Qiumin to give us the lecture today. 老师，你可以共享屏幕了。
Hello, dear ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zhu Qiumin. I'm very engaged in the teaching and scientific research of landscape architecture, and my main course are urban green space system planning and garden planning and design. The topic of today's course is the greenway planning and design. And I will explain the following 5 parts. First of there is the greenway. First, the concepts of the greenway following by the developments of the history of greenway, then the detailed explanation of greenway planning and design method through 3 cases. First of all, the concepts of greenway. Greenway is the linear green open space, usually around the river, ridge, scenic roads, and other natural and pedestrian corridors set up for pedestrians and cyclists to enter the landscape recreation line, connecting major paths, urban green space, natural resource, scenic spots, historical sites, urban and rural residential areas, large-scale cultural and activity centers. In short, when you walk in the park, the greenway is at your feet. When you walk around the river, and the greenway is at your feet. When you ride your mobile down the street to the office, the greenway is under your wheels. The green corridor system is green substrate of urban greenway, mainly composed of green base of urban greenway consists mainly of planning crust, wildlife, water, soil, and other eco elements. It includes nature original environments and nature constructs environments, subspace ecological and beautiful landscape. The man-made system include four parts: slow walking system, traffic articular system, sporting facility system, and the signal system. Among them, footpaths, cyclist lane, and comprehensive slow system marry for the public to carry out daily works, runs, cycling, as well as sport, recreation, and other activities. The traffic connection system is the Greensway parking facility and the connection facility between the Greensway and other traffic system in the city. The sporting facility system include facility in management, commercial serve, leisure, scientist population, and security, and the environmental sanitation. The signal system include information sites, weight fighting sign, regulation sign, and the warning signs. There are three main objectives of the greenway construction: nature, ecological, humanist tourism, and green transportation. Nature ecologic is mainly to create urban feature landscape system, beautifully urban, and increase urban index, protection wildlife passage and habitats. Humanist tourism mainly integrates the city's own nature and cultural resource, promotes the development of tourism and other industries, enhance the status of city, and increase the value of real estate. The green transportation is mainly to provide more space for outdoors activities, so that people can cross to nature to realize green transportation, to create a pleasant travel environmental for walking and bicycling, and to create a healthy life. There are a variety type of greenway and different classification criteria of greenways classifications. Generally speaking, they can be classified according to the function or according to the scope and area of the connection. For example, if the greensway are classified according to their location and function, they can be divided into ecological greensway, countryside greensway, urban greensway, and other types. Ecological greensway refers to the connection between attraction regions to urban expressway, highway, national highway, and other sections and rivers. Coastal forestry greenbelt as the main body, broad urban and rural ecological corridor is controlled range-wise is general no less than 200 meters. Countryside greensway refers to green corridor construct by relies on a large green area, water bodies connecting roads and the field and region around the built-up areas of cities and ecological tourism attractions, and the rise of its control range is generally no less than 100 meters. Urban greensway refers to built-up area of the city relies on the river and the green space on both sides of the road to form a channel of public leisure activities, and its control range was generally no less than 20 meters. In addition, greensway can be graded according to their level and are generally divided into 3 levels: regional greensway, urban greensway, and community greensway. Regional greensway are connect city and towns. It has an important impact on the protection of regional ecological green space and the construction of ecological network system. Urban greensway may link various type of green open space and important nature and humanities, nodes within the administrative area of the city. In the actual construction, community greensway are arranged in conjunction with the layouts of the urban greensway network. Community greensway may ring the city streets community groups. Next, let's take a look at the evolution of the greensway. The development of greensway is divided into 4 main stages. The first stage is 1867 to 1916. This is the early planning stage of the greenway. In this stage, the greenway just began to appear. It is the Boston Park System Emerald Necklace, which was built in 1878. The Emerald Necklace is a parkway that stretches about 16 kilometers from Boston Park to Franklin Park, cleverly linking 9 parts into an organic whole. That's the name Emerald Necklace, and this word is the word recognized the first greenway. This is how the concepts of greensway and pathway was formed in people's mind. The second verse was from 1916 to 1979, which was the imagery of greensway development. During this period, the planning and construction of greensway gradually emerged under the impetus of environmental protection movement. After World War II, industrial developments brought green hand to the urban environment. The urban environmental protection became an important issue for national construction. Under the leadership of the American Bronze Movement, a large number of greensway projects were planned and released. The first stage is 1918 to 1999, which is the stage of diversified development of greensways. During this period, greensway planning was mainly carried out in development countries, and the feature and the functions tends to diversify variety form of greensway, such as scenic paths, biological corridors, pedestrian paths, and bicycle paths engine. Scenic paths are special designed for the public and tourism to watch and play, while biological corridors are set up for the reproduction of variety organized, which is important to protect biological habitats and provide an environmental basis of protection. Pedestrian paths and bicycle paths was built to meet the safe passage of human beings. In the current social environmental where people pay more and more attention to healthy living and recreation pursuits, such greensways are particularly important. The first stage is 2,000%. This stage for the theory and technology of Greensway tends to mature. Foreign Greensman construction have gradual mature. Domestic whether the planning type of the Greensway or the study of the theater Greensway have been rapidly development. The fall of Greensway is more diversity and the function tends to mature distance and compounds development, even forming a next world and system which has built a good ecological environment, flank world for the development of urban economic. In the entire history of the Greensway planning and construction, there are two distinctive Greensway that I would like to share with you, namely the Boston Park system, which is the Emerald Necklace I mentioned earlier, and the Marina Bay Greensway in Singapore. The first is the Boston Park system, 16 kilometers per system planning and built more than 100 years ago, which is recognized as the world's first true Greensway, linking several city parks in a way. Nowadays, this Greensway is far away from the hostel and bustle of the city, which with this run rush, idyllic nature, and has become a way of life to Bostonians to walk, talk, buy, and relax on the Greensway. Construction of the entire park system began in 1878 and to 16 years, bringing together Boston Common, Public Garden, Commonwealth Avenue Mall, the Riverway, Flanking Park, and other 9 major parks and other green space systems that are linking to the scenic 16 kilometers park and greenway landscape. The river renovation project. The river renovation project is a series of environmental improvements to water at the river, including the river cleaning and the construction of stone bridges and trail for people enjoy walking and cycling around the river. The Howan Marsh was transformed from muddy rural scene that attract many people to come and watch the flower of water walking around the parks or sit by the bridge. Yamaka Park was designed and built around Yamaka Lake, the largest nature lake in Boston, with several dark buildings around the lake, which is preferred for boating and fishing. In constructs, the remaining part are mainly for pleasure, with Frank Park being the largest. This park, named after the famous American scientist and statesman Franklin, is also largest park in Boston. The most feature of this park is that it provides a place for the public to freely enjoy outdoor activities and natural beauty through landscape elements that are wood, landscape, and picture square to make more possible. The Emerald Necklace projects have brought a serious surprise and create significant ecological, culture, and even economic benefits. At the same time, because Boston is rich in historical and cultural resources and has preserved numerous sites and mountains, another important function of this Greensway system is to connect this site and monument with the most optimal routes and the facility visitor to visit variety famous sign around the Greensway, around wayfinding sign, and detailed description of the sign around the way. The planning and design of the Boston Park Greensway system does successfully combine response to historic and the transformation of the landscape in an effort to persuade the city historical appearance, while also injecting new attraction. In addition, as the first Greensway in the United States, that integrates reaction, outdoors activities, and cultural heritage tourism, the Emerald Necklace have also brought social and economic benefits. The results of Boston's Emerald Necklace show that Greensway planning and construction can solve the problem of land swarm and environmental degradation in the process. Cube Urban Square protects and improves urban public space and thus achieve the purpose of sustaining development. Next, let's look at the Marina Bay Greensway in Singapore. Singapore is struggling to shift various concepts of garden city toward urban amid the garden. The government makes overall planning and enhance urban green landscape, so the environment's quality has been improved a lot of Singapore citizens. Marina Bay Greensway system connects us with 3 urban gardens on the bay from a number of small gardens around the waterfront. Which on one hand will imitate connection between Marina Bay and gardens. On the other hand, tourism can appreciate exciting skiing and financial districts while crossing interaction with bay. As the demonstration project, Marina Bay Greensway system fully reflects the excellence of the Singapore being tropical garden city, established for environment suitable for living, working, and entertainment. Here we can round the edge is a public art exhibition corridor holding variety of art exhibition, diversity culture concentration, and creating an exchange platform of diverse artists in inspiration. Waterflow 5 is urban green round, acts eco corridor coordination and preserve urban native biological species. It provides a appreciation and study with value of scientific population, host sports activity around the edge, sports and vitality. Greensway system runs through the urban, connects up with area parks and other activity space, connects to a variety urban transfer station, sense list, and has improved transport guidance and etiquette system, 3 transport line, sky bridge, or underground passage at the junction between Greensway and urban roads to ensure community walking. Summary, when Greensway roads is a distributed around river and water system where natural resources such as mangrove wetland parks, green space, mountain linking up, improving source recycle of urban ecosystem. Actually, dozens of the activities such as biking, hiking, mountain climbing, water play at the edge, meet the interchange, traffic, store, retail, tourist, rest, bench.
Okay, someone was drawing a red line in the screen, so our lecturer need to re-share the screen. Sorry for that.
Three facility or diverse sports facilities such as interchange, traffic sport, retail, toilets, restaurant bench. For culture, Greensway shall link out with historical seats or cultural facility, outdoors and other elements which can replace urban cultural feature to create visual corridor and highlight urban cultural feature. 5. Circulation, footbridge, underground passage, and other way are used at giant zone between Greensway and urban roads to build safely giants and create a safe, optional, and well-organized Greensway tour system. 6. Positive cycle. Greensway development may human activity coexist with natural ecology, provides a change for people to get close to nature and enhance idea and be having for protecting nature. Next, I will explain the Greensway planning and design, especially through the neural highlight parts. Prior to the construction of the highlight, accident occur at the intersection of the tracks and the stream for surface traffic in the air, leading the name Death Stream for 10th Avenue, which runs through the district. In 1934, with the completion of the highlight railroad tracks, the air was quickly transported into an industry and freight bomb, with former residents moved back and the government being to replace appearance in the air. In the 1915s, with the rapid growth of integrated and road transportation, train transportation delights, which will also affect the capacity of the high line. In the 1960s, the southmost portion of the highlight was destroyed. In 1980s, the highlight ended with the arrival of the last trucks carrying freezer chickens. Since then, the highlight has been a subject of controversial over whether to demolish it or not. Why it was the whole, many of the wide planning that bring over discovered by some New York and speaks idea that they can want to make it a part. And in 1999, the Friends of High Line was born. This is what around the highlight railroad to prevent until it was transferred. This is the introduction. And this is the Gansworth Plaza. A major access ports occupy the corner of Gansworth and Washington streets, complemented by the street level public plaza and the high level Gansworth Overlook. This is the Gansworth Overlook. A wooden traffic at the southeastern corner of the highlight office, built down Gansworth and Washington Street. This is the Gansworth Stair. At the top of the Gansworth Stair, the Gansworth woodland provide dense planning and tree at the edge of the highlight, welcoming visitors into dark think genre. This is the Washington grasslands. Moving to the north, the western grassland between Little Western 12th and the 33rd Street, leading visitor to pass under the stairs, a new hotel that bridge over the highlight. This 10th Avenue Square, this the Chelsea ticket. This is the 23 string entrance. This is the 26th string building spot. This building records the people that were once attracted to the highway. Now the French hands rather than block views of the city, showcasing highway visitor instead of advertisements. But for few, the simply of the straight walkway running alongside the railroad track, want the visitor to fully appreciate the green X to the highlight as it moves through the western Chelsea. The new planning design feature a landscape of nature special that once grew a spawn on the highway. Highlight interprints with new special that ensure blue throughout the growing seasons. This is the 30th string entrance. This is the 20th string cuts off. The designing carefully selects grass and trees to create a native and the landscape space. These plants build on the excess landscape and grow under specially environmental conditions. Some runner clever use of local railroad track designed to move French runners. Steps observation ducts. This road actually made the string view. This linear path is not very big, and the width on both sides is only 9 meters. And the purpose of this facility is to allow visitors to rest and see a little. Chelsea bush. Native plants and used here, and this is also the transition so between first one and the first two. Bridge. A section of the railroad was removed from the ordinary highlight platform and replaced with a metal bridge 8 feet above the highway that gives a more expansive view. This is the string view observation deck. The original 11 line surf was also taken out and a more commercial views place was emerald. So the picture is the string view observation deck. Next, we will take a close look at the New York highlight parts by watching a video shot on the location.
Behind.
Okay, this is the new hero highlights part. Next, let us take a risk. 5分钟吗 ？5 minutes.
Okay, now let's take a 5-minute break. We will come back in 50. Okay, welcome back. Our lecture will continue now.
Hello, let's continue. Next, let's look at the second case, Shantou, Nanbing Air Greensway System Planning. This Greenway System Planning locates on the south of Shantou Bay, and sits belong to the bay from so on the north of Haojiang district, facing the sea and backed by mountains, with the relative independence land use. Nanbing Air is the urban new district's planning from the sea after completion of Nanbing roads. Firstly, Shantou is the coastal city, and the element of the sea. All rivers run into sea. Compatibility in square hometown for our sea Chinese. Secondly, Shantou is the city because of this harbor, an important node of the skill role. In addition, Shantou is a new city, Chao, which is good at the business and the characteristic and image of the city, including Chaozhou reading house, Chaozhou opera, Chaozhou drums, Chaozhou English song, Kung Fu Tea. Therefore, the three key words of the Shantou can be extracted: see, pour, and tide. Next, we need to carefully interpret is the supply planning. The most important supply planning in the Shantou City Greensway network construction planning. In the planning concept, it is proposed to link the mountains with the sea, green trans roads with the penetration and the greenness around the city. The mountains and the sea connect with Bayron North Urban and the mountains on South Urban. Green chains and pure greenways connect up with the urban functional crust. Countries, all art skill and other force parts, regional greensway and urban greensways coordinate and community greensway covering main urban areas, general around the city. Greensway next up with green space of variety levels to establish urban greens eco open space. Bay Garden urban green corridors important will improve urban currents utility, featuring green giants with urban community and water landscape. Primary corridors preserving urban eco-safety. Here, one path for families. Here, rough run romance. Here, an urban space for art. Here, an exhibition room for culture. Here, a road to eco-healthy. So the objection per position. Therefore, it can be said that the objection of the whole Greensway planning and design is precision, a modern coastal urban Greensway model, based from leisure landmark on East Guangdong, urban Greensway tourism business hub. The main themes of the Greensway planning include ecological experience, healthy life, arts and human needs, tourism and leisure. Urban Greensway with flash glass roof feature establishment of the pharmacy to be Qiumin connects with urban cars transport function and unique green corridors system, fronting reflects culture, nature, history, and culture in Shantou and enjoy leisure life. In terms of the Greensway system activities, 6 major activities are planning. The first is water-friendly activities, made for use of the carbon water to increase the opportunity for the public to get close to the water and set up various water-friendly projects. The main projects are builds floating stage, parents try water, play air, water pump, water connects hole, seamlessly connection, landscape bridge, boating and fishing. The second is the children's activities to provide a place for children and youngers to grow up. The main projects are children's pool, children's farm painting, children's garden, trampoline, rock climbing, children's back games, sand pruning, kids driving. The third is culture and the artistic activities, deep excavation of the local culture, pop culture, Chaoshan culture, and good protection, inheritance, as well as promotion. The main projects open air series, arc stage, listening to the Chaozhou opera, taste kung fu tea, facility celebration, words covering stone covering displays air, photographics, painting. The first is the business activities to create all kinds of sports and healthy, relaxed activity projects to provide place to for difference amounts of people. The main projects are mountain climbing, boat sports, skateboarding, government shooting, surface, water weight activities. The fitting for leisure and sick is the leisure and sickness activities using the current situation of mountains, lakes, wetlands, and other natural high-quality resources. Set a special activity to attract popularity to joint tourism development. The main project is a topical place views, science education, flu chip packing, wetland tours, large run observation platform, rent mask, field expansion. The 16 for business is business activities. In the business activities area to provide a place for products large public welfare activity, as well as for business people to provide a party intermittent value. The main projects are outdoors brand range, open air business representation and exhibition air space for large public welfare activities. The seat is adjacent to water and mountains with many natural sceneries. All rock land use is narrow and run with rock relief. Some factors and other property left at the side can be used. In the Greensway selection principle and the criteria should choose the implementation of the sea and pass air more public facility made for use of the coal landscape resource. Selecting implementable seats, selecting green air identified in the control planes and raw greens sea as space for Greensway implementation. Made for use of the landscape resource, mountain and sea, and other nature background of the project, thinking nature resource. Run section condition. row section conditions 1. Suitable parts, including open space each, extinct greenways, chapel roads, public green space. Row section conditions 2. Public serve facility, including transportation nodes, urban and residential serve facility. Row section condition 3. Core landscape resource, including nature background, humanist nodes, characteristic urban landscape, urban public space. The final formation of an exact a bare green layout structure. One sex refers to the Chaoshan contour exacts. The two range include the Greensway ring connecting the mountain and the sea, the Greensway ring in the countryside. One belt refers to the ecological landscape belt. And different sections will distinguish type of the greensway according to the characteristic of the surrounding environment and the need of public, mainly including the harbor water friendly greensway, mountain touring greensway, countryside green nature greensway, urban humanist greensway, western ecological greensway. Different subsection sends different function and things mainly include sport, motility air, 潮汕 capture air, water from side air and harbor air. In addition, addition should be paid the relationship between greensway and public transportation. For example, pedestrian accessibility stands 1,500 and 1,000 meters of pedestrian administration, bicycle tourism lane, pedestrian tourism roads, water tour lines. This is the traffical transportation. This is transportation. Slow transportation. And Greensway night lighting system planning. The night lighting facility are laid out according to the sub-scene. The coastal section choose design and want light to highlight the living atmosphere, while the community light is warm and soft, the create a sense of warmth. Lights is set around the river bank, road edge, and waterfall plants to ensure safety. The left post should be beautifully shared with the artist's style, reflecting the cultural connotation of Chaoshan labs. Under vertical system planning and design, in order to create a good greenway environment and improve the visual of the landscape, the vertical elevation of the Nanbing Road is controlled at 5.2 meters. At the same time, the countryside, the change of level of Shantou the drainage direction is planning from north and south, and the purpose status is used to discharge into bay to the north after collection of the flow canal. In the term of coastal greensway planting, coastal section focus on create ponds, humanist, waterways, urban ponds. Three major feature planting is approach aids to choose a large, broad, wet seasons, change in flowers, colorful planting, easy to be see water of the short planting, broad leaf planting. Next, we will learn specially about the principle of variety type of greensway design, how they are constructing and use the materials. First of all, water from recreation greensway. The construction of the waterfall leisure type greensway should be combined with the blue line planning of the river water system using the advanced landscape condition on both sides of the river, rely on the river and other linear space for an ecological type of channel, showing the characteristic landscape scenery. The construction method when use the river embankment and its internal and external side to build greensway. Theoretically use the river bank as a greensway. The excess flow served in the is the main both sides due to the flow control requirements cannot plant trees, blowing the river bank's road shapes as a limit. Use the river bank to build a greensway, constructs a greensway to the river banks within the embankment. Use the roads around the river wetland to transport them into greensways. The road with port statue transport with materials such as grass and bricks. Greenery is based on the original ecology, ensure trees and planning on both sides of the slope moves past and as need. Next, the mountain and forest recreation type greensway. Design principle, mountain and forest recreation type greensway should be combined with characteristic landscape, traffic paths, and nature for construction so that greensway users can enjoy a better natural landscape. Construction method, transformation type, use excess road such as road and hiking trail in mountain and forest area to transport them into greensway. New construction time according to the local conditioner combining the various river and stream into the mountains and forest, using the wooden pole or cement bricks to support and testing bridge to create an ecological landscape greensway with relative in scale, providing tourism with convention across access paths, how providing ideal view space and cross and more integrates context with nature. Next is the third stage is the Washington ecological greensway. Discipline principle Washington ecological greensway is mainly constructed by relies on large ecological path, green air and ecological corridors in urban air to provide residents close to the green in the natural environment for physical business place. Construction method transfer to the access road into slow walkway, greensway, paving with times and greens pavement surrounding greens landscape conditions. Next is the urban humanist style greensway. Greensway selection link combined with the city in the important leisure recreation space arrangement to meet the residents use the urban public space, relies on the existing urban roads and greening on both sides through the adjustment of road across section combined with road greening and other way to divide the greensway space. Why not affects the operation of the excess traffic system around the city river layout of the greenway section set should be put considering with the river and the surrounding pedestrian space, and to protect water from recreation safety. Cross section for the slow walking system include comprehensive slow walking way, biking paths, and walking paths. And the urban style greenway slow walkway mainly adopts the form of the comprehensive slow walkway and walking paths. Next, let's look at the three cases: Chengdu Tianfu Greenway planning and design.
This is good weather for riding a bike.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe. I'm from Oxford, England, and cycling is my passion.
Now I'm in Chengdu, China, and I've been living here for more than 3 years. How about the cycling environment in this city? So today, I'm going to be doing a challenge to draw a circle around the whole of Chengdu because they recently opened a greenway, which at 100 kilometers is the longest greenway in all of China. Let's go.
The world's first urban greenway was Boston's Emerald Necklace, built in 1878 with a total length of 16 kilometers. It connected a total of 9 city parks. But now, Chengdu is conducting an even larger social experiment. It aims to build a park city. To date, it has constructed 5,000 kilometers of Tianfu Greenway, weaving its way through the urban environment.
In order to help you understand how Chengdu is creating a bike-friendly city, I'm here with Bai Xi, the designer of this bridge. Hello, Bai Xi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Great. Okay.
Bai Xi, born in the 1980s, is one of the designers of Tianfu Greenway. The Greenway is his own canvas, on which every garden, every bridge, and every bookstore is full of innovative design.
I also study in the Nottingham University.
Oh, really? In the UK?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm from there. Oh, cool.
Really?
Yeah.
I have traveled a lot of countries, 包括英国的、哥本哈根的. So what do you think? What's the difference between UK's park and
So
Chinese park
the
here?
parks and the greenways in England, sometimes they are very beautiful, but they're not as big. I think in Chengdu, and
it's
in
a
China,
huge system.
Just such a huge system. It feels like many big cities are connected by the greenways.
下面的路也是有车型的，车距非常的快。那么我们在这条路上走的过程当中，能够保证我们通行的一个安全性，这个就是桥梁设计当中的一个人车分流。整个绿道里面，我们现在有78座桥梁。通过这78座桥梁的一个系统，把整个环城生态区、我们的环城生态公园里面的绿道串联成一个整体。全域上面有120多个公园。
1、2、3、4、5、6。
So it's nearly 6 meters。宽度的设计呢，是可以支持这个国际项的赛事，那么可以骑车进行一个比赛。会感觉这个坡度的设计其实都是按照3%在控制。那么3%是我们人的骑行最舒适的一个骑行的一个坡度。
谢谢你，谢谢白谢，
不谢，
拜拜，再见。
Have a nice day.
The Greenway is 100 kilometers long, with roughly 20 kilometers of gentle uphill and 20 kilometers of downhill stretches. It's truly comfortable to ride. Chengdu is nestled on the largest plain in southwest China and is a veritable cycling paradise.
Soon there will be a subway. And the road for cars side by side. And although it's noisy, and I can hear lots of cars, soon I will go down there and I will just hear the sound of me and my bicycle.
In Chengdu, there will be a park near every community or office building. Every park, along with bus stops and metro stations, will all gradually be connected through Tianfu Greenway, forming a huge pedestrian and cycling travel system.
Just off the Greenway, this is one of the transfer points to the public transportation system. And I think this is one of the reasons many people in Chengdu like to use share bikes, because when they come here and they exercise, they get very, very tired. But then they can go up here and easily get home. This here is the BRT line, and it just takes 25 minutes to go all the way to Chunxilu. So it's very convenient and very good. So as you can see in Chengdu, the conditions for riding bicycles is really good. But a lot of people don't actually own bicycles. That's why shared bikes are actually very popular, because riding your bike to work or to go to the supermarket, it's not a way of showing off what you have. It's actually a way of life.
Now, the average number of daily shared bike rides in Chengdu exceeds 1.85 billion. There are 3 bike share operators in Chengdu. Meituan alone reported a yearly reduction of 20,000 tons of carbon dioxide from bike share users, the equivalent of planting 1.96 million trees. However, since the bike share scheme arrived in 2016, many bicycle shops in Chengdu have been forced to close.
I found something a little bit strange, a little bit unusual. This is a place where you can rent bikes for the day. This is not usual in Chengdu. 你好，你们这个地方车怎么租？
我们是70元2个小时，如果能够一天骑完100公里，100 just 100.
Just 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Well,
try.
it's so cool. Can I try?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, this is so cool. And like this?
Relax. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this is so cool. So when did you open this business?
Last week.
Really? And how is business? Is it busy every day?
Very busy.
Really?
Yeah. 那绿道连通了以后呢，运动场景就来了。那他们骑行的时候就不再单一的选一个共享单车，能够选择一个运动骑行的方式去感受这个更好的风景。所以以后我们这样需求会越来越大的。
How many people rent these bikes every day? 80. Oh.
现在已经差了50多位。
Oh. Oh, these kids are going 20 kilometers. I think it's great exercise for them.
Over the coming years, Chengdu plans to build 16,000 kilometers of new greenway, such as the new greenway that encircles the entire city. More and more greenways can be used for long-distance cycling.
So in the Greenway, there are many stores, flower stores in the Greenway. So you can buy some beautiful flowers after you finish your walk. Clothes shops here. What do you think? How can?
Chengdu's thousands of kilometers of greenways stretch into every corner of the city, connecting the most frequent scenes of people's daily lives, such as going to work, shopping, and recreation. Now, Chengdu is no longer a concrete jungle. It is instead a living organism that changes and grows with each season.
他是女生还是男生？
男生。
男生，小伙子，公的。你们住在这附近吗？
我们几年以前在这儿附近上大学，我们一直都在这儿运动休闲。
Pastor, bye bye. Let's go down to the lake and cook some noodles because I'm really hungry. Here I have some noodles, some peanut butter, and some soy sauce. Daniel, this is my stove. Yeah, it's just a small one. Many people watch me every day. I'm from England. My name is Joe. What's your name? Okay, so I think it's very fun to go outside and cook by yourself in nature. And the food, even if it's very simple, it tastes much better. The time now is 13 minutes past 5 in the evening. We started at 8 o'clock in the morning, so that means it's taken me about 9 hours to go all the way around. Now, if you're a professional going very fast, it will take about 5 hours. But if you want to take it really slow, maybe 10 to 12 hours. For me, this is just a really great experience, and it's wonderful having such a beautiful, long and comfortable ride in the city. What's the riding like in your city? Please leave us a comment and let me know.
Okay, this is the Chengdu Temple Greenway. This is the This lecture formed by the question and answer section.
Okay, so do you have any question? If you have question, you can just ask or type in the chat room, then we can see your question clear. Yes, for today's lecture, we introduce the Greenway planning. And if you have any question about the Greenway, yeah, you can ask, you can type in the chat room. Okay, we saw some questions in the chat room. Yeah, and the lecturer is preparing how to answer this question. Please wait a minute.记得开麦。
你直接打上去，直接做这。这里要开麦还是不开？你开是吧？哦，关了。我先说吗？还是你直接？你直接说，翻译说。你就给讲讲。第二个问题吧。这个问题是设计能否帮助我们提高城市效率？因为建设绿道的话呢，能够使居民能够减少机动车的出行，然后通过一些步行还有骑行的一个方式进行出行，然后减少能源的消耗，然后提高城市的一个减少能源消耗，还有城市的一个污染。
So the first question, so there one question, will decide help the city to be more conducive for the development. And Mr. Chu answer is so the design will help the environmental friendly, such as the
能源消耗，对，然后绿色出行，减少能源消耗。
the energy rate.
这个问题绿道的话呢，一般是由政府还有政府出资建设设计和建设的，所以呢，一般我们文公民的话是有使用权的。
Okay, so the question is so there one question, how can the normal citizen like us help in the success of green engineering? Well, so this question, so in China, so the green engineering, so usually will build usually built by the government. So and the citizen. So normal citizen usually to use this the green and energy. 说怎么样去中国生活和做。
Okay, we saw many questions from our participant. It's about like how to travel in China. Yeah, this is an interesting question. But could you please ask some question related to the Greenway? Because yeah, our lecturer is the expert on the Greenway, on the architecture and planning field. And if you ask the question about construction, they will be better. Yeah. And thank you for your coming and thank you for asking those questions. Yeah, and for the question, how can normal citizen like us help in the success of green engineering? Yes, and the answer I want to add is yeah, for the citizen, it's better to protect and maintenance the green equipment, yeah, designed and built by the government. And for us, for the citizen like us, I think we need to, yeah, we are responsible for protect those equipment. We use it and we help to maintenance it. Yeah. Any other question related to the? Yeah, okay. We saw one more question. Who's doing the maintenance of every green city? Who bear the cost? Okay, please wait for a second. 看到那个问题了吗？维护，然后谁来 cover 它这个成本？嗯。
So they have one question, which is who doing the maintenance of the evergreen cities, who bears the cost?
这个主要是由纳税人的钱去建设的。
一般谁来维护？
政府来维护。
So in China, so the evergreen city usually maintains by the government, and So who the second question is who bear the cost? Well, the government will pay the cost, and so the money is come from the taxpayer. So the question there's question how can we apply this green way here in Philippines？他是意思说是这个如何在菲律宾申请这样子的绿色的通道？
建设绿道的
绿色通道，对绿道的。
就怎么去申请建设绿道？
在他们国家。
在他们那也是要跟。这也是要跟你们的政府，就政府这边出资，因为整个建设的话呢，它工程量是很大的。一般像我们城市大中城市建设绿道的话，它是整个绿道将整个城市所有的公园，还有一些公共基础设施，还有一些文物古迹相串联的，所以呢工程量是非常大的。一般情况下，像这种的话，都是由政府去出资，还有政府去统筹去建设。所以呢，要想建设的话呢，一般可以像就政府在征询你们意见的时候可以提出来。
And so this question answer is that so this greenway is very huge it is very huge construction. Yes, construction is very huge construction which will cost a lot of money, and maybe in your country, and so this country will linked by the government, and the government will the managers the whole thing, and because the government will pay the money, I think.
Okay. 雨水花园是昨天的一个题目，然后呢，雨水花园是小尺度的一个设计就是怎么样去处理雨棚的一个问题。那这个绿道呢，它是从大尺度去规划的，大尺度去规划整个城市有一个绿道建设、绿道规划的。就是昨天的雨水花园呢，它是小尺度的一个景观设计，然后今天的这个绿道规划呢，它是从大尺度的整个城市绿道串联的一个形式去怎么样去规划设计。昨天是小尺度的景观设计。
So I'd like to answer the questions is regarding the topic yesterday and the green city are the same. Yes, they are almost the same because our topic is related to a landscape design, and the total workshop is landscape design. And the Green Garden is a small scale in the landscape design workshop, and the green city is a bigger scale of the topic. Yes, so they are similar. but different, different work. Yeah, hope my answer is okay. Hope I answer your question.
Okay, they have one question. Is how China's engineering maintains the green in inventions and innovation structures like building, roads, landscape, technology, and more. And 就说中国的一些工程师，他是怎么样去维护这些大型的这种绿色的这种基建，像建筑啊，还有这种道路，还有它的这个景观呢、艺术这种东西。
这个的话，它一般会有相应的部门去维护的。比如说像绿道的话，园林这块的话，它有政府底下有一个园林局，这些有专业的一个园林师去进行一个维护。然后维护的资金的话，一般是由政府出资。
So in China, the government has many departments, such as the landscape department. So landscape architecture department will maintain the green, like the city landscape or the garden and the roads. So also the cost will come from the government. Government will pay the money to the cost of the infrastructure.他说，他们是如何考虑这种发展？考虑发展，他们做是一个或者有益。
对啊，我觉得他们的问题，他的问题，空气质量、气候变化，绿道肯定是可以去解决这个气候变化的，因为绿道的话呢，刚才讲过，它是可以减少那个机动车的一个出行，然后减少能源的消耗，减轻这个空气的污染，所以呢是对整个气候是有很大的一个改善的。
So there one question. This one. Can green city help the problem in climate change? 就是它这个绿色的城市如何帮助这种气候的变化问题，气候变化的改善。
绿色城市。
对，这个绿色城市如何帮助这种这个气候变化。
绿色城市的话呢，它一般的绿地率会比较高，然后呢，城市的里面绿色植物比较多然后呢，绿色城市里面还会有绿道，然后像这节课讲的这个绿道的话呢，就是像刚才说的，就是可以让人绿色出行，然后减少能源的消耗，是一样的能源的一个消耗，然后减轻空气就汽车尾气还有空气的一个污染这个呢可以改善城市的一个气候还有空气。太长了。
Okay, we'd like to answer the question, can green city help the problem in climate change? And I think this question is the same as, can green city help for environment? And the answer is yes, because green city, as we all know that we plant many, there are many plants, and you know that the more plant can improve the climate and our living environment. So the answer is yes, it's obviously.
sustainable 可持续的，他说这些地方是符合可持续，
可持续发展。
绿色城市。好，怎么样可持续发展？
我们再补充一下刚刚那个问题吧，其他问题就就这个。就是还是那个改善环境的那个问题。住在绿色城市的人有什么好处？就是对绿色城市对人们有什么好处？
绿色城市的话呢，它一般在我们国家的话呢，它是按绿地还有的一个公园建设的一个情况去定义的。那我们先发一段吗？
Okay, so I would like to answer the question, what is the benefit of green city for individuals who belong there? Actually, yes, there must be some benefits, and the green city is defined according, we call the city is green city. It depends on how green it is, like how plants we have, and yeah.
住在绿色城市的居民呢，他是可以就是公园它的一个设计呢，怎么说呢？就公园会比较多，然后呢，住在这个城市的一个居民可以随时的到达公园去进行一个游玩游憩。然后呢，因为整个城市的绿色植物比较多，所以呢，空气相对来说是比较好的。
Okay, so I will continue the answer. Usually in the green city there are many parks. And the citizen can go to the park anytime and anywhere, and you will feel comfortable when you are living in the green city. And when you breathe, you can feel the air is really fresh. So this is the and this is the real benefit when you are living in the green city, and you can feel you are really you are really good. You feel really good. Yeah, I just want to express this is a feeling, and yeah, how good, it's really good. like we are living in Guangxi Nanning, and we call Nanning is a green city, and if after the pandemic, hope you can come to China and feel how green it is. So if there's no more question, and the Q&A session will be at, yes. Okay, we have many interesting questions. And if you want to obtain the certificate, our assistant will send the attendance link in the chat room. And when you fill in the attendance form after the 4 days learning, you can have this certificate. Yes, our assistant has already sent the attendance check in the chat room. And feel free to join our WhatsApp group, and you will know more activity related to construction and the other interesting topic we will initiate in the future. Thank you for coming today's lecture. And can we have a group photo at the end? Please turn on your camera. We have a group photo together. Yeah. Please turn on your camera and let's have a group photo together. Thank you for joining today's lecture, and tomorrow will be the same time. The topic is construction wisdom of Lingnan Garden is a really it's a Chinese traditional garden. It's called Lingnan Garden, and this is a really interesting topic. If you are interested, feel free to join our lecture at the same time, 3 p.m. GMT +8. And please turn on your camera. We have this group photo together. 不到人开了。Okay, I'll count 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? Are you ready, everyone? 咋了？咋了？哦，开人还蛮多的。OK， 准备好了吗 ，Alisa？ 我们先结账，然后我结束屏幕再结账哦。OK， 3, 2, 1, smile。好了吗 ？OK，one more。来 ，3, 2, 1, smile。Hey, cute. Thank you for coming. Thank you for participating. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
哦，谢谢。See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.